All right, so here we go. We got 4 monitors attached right now, 2 32-inch LG computer monitors, 2 22-inch Scepter monitors right there. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Monoprice 2x2 video wall display cart. I did purchase this product myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in the Monoprice 2x2 video wall display cart, the link to it will be in my video description below. I bought this cart to use it in my studio, so right off camera, right here, I'm planning on displaying it with 2 monitors up top and 2 down below. So it can hold up to 4 55-inch televisions. So I'm really excited to get this thing set up and to try it out. It's not here in the studio because it came in a massive box. So let's go ahead and let's check it out. So I wasn't lying when I said it came in a massive box. This thing is heavy duty. I don't know how much it weighs, but it is really a 2-man lift. I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. But you can see nothing special for the retail box and packaging, but it's pretty big. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. So the one box revealed 2 more boxes and our installation guide and manual right there. Let's go ahead, let's open that up and take a look. You can see the first page right here with full setup instructions, table of contents, and everything you're gonna need for assembly. And then here's the back page with the remaining steps. So you can see that right there. This will support 4 televisions. So it's showing you TVs from panels ranging from 32 to 55 inches, hold low capacity 400 pounds, max VESA mount 600 by 400 millimeters for you right there. So let's go ahead, let's open up the 2 remaining boxes and look at all the package contents. So here are all the package contents. The first box revealed our TV mounting hardware right here. You can see that. The second box revealed everything for the stand and the framing. So we can kind of go up here, look a little bit more in detail. Everything's identical. We have enough for 4 TVs, 4 monitors. You can see some of the framing rail right here. A lot of package contents. You can see our kits right here. And then we have 4 packs of screws for our TVs to use. 4 caster wheels that lock. Then a bunch of other brackets and adapters right there. You can see that. Let me show you guys the other side of this too, so you can get a feel for everything that comes in the box. You can see those corner pieces. Different sizes. And how about I show you guys from the side right here too, what we have to work with. So you can see that right there. Now let's go ahead, let's work on getting everything installed. So the first step is to attach the M8 screws to our corner brackets right there, keeping a 3mm gap between the 2. You do not want to have them tight, they can be pretty loose. So you're going to be taking these parts and attaching them together right here in that corner bracket to look like this when you're done with it. So you can see how loose it is. You want to make sure that it has enough room so you can slide it on the rail and then you can tighten it down. So just give it some wiggle room. You can hand tighten these for now and go ahead and make the rest of them. With step 1 complete, we're ready for step 2 right here. So we're gonna take 1 of our 3 medium-sized pieces and we're gonna add 4 of these that we just completed in step 1 to the sides like you see right there. So this is what it'll look like when it's done. You'll have them attached 1 on each side of the rails right there, so you can see that. Then we need to go ahead, take the other 2 and attach them on the other side. So you can see what we'll do. We'll just line one up like so, and then they just slide right in. So it slides in, make sure you have enough room, just like that, and then you'll tighten it down with the Allen wrench. Now we're ready for step 3, so we're gonna take the piece that we made in step 2 and we're gonna attach it to the 2 base bars, the shortest bars we have in our kit right here. Pay attention, we actually have 2 longer M8 screws that we're gonna use, so actually go ahead, swap out these 2 with the longer ones. There's only 2 in the kit. So you can see, here's the one I originally had. Let's go ahead, let's throw those in, 1 on each side right there. And then you'll see the pieces that are sliding into it right there. You can see them right here. And they actually have a hole notched out in both of them for that longer M8 screw to go through, so you know how to get it perfectly positioned. So now we got to go ahead and slide this on the two bases. So we have one side connected right here. We got to do the other side right there. When you're attaching this, so when you're sliding this piece on this piece to line up that hole right there, take the side with the longest one first, start on this end and slide it down so then you can line it up with that hole and drop it. It's going to make it a lot easier for you. So lead with this one. In that case, that's this guy right there. So you can line it up with the hole to tighten it down. Then you can worry about tightening up the other one that doesn't have a hole to go into. Now you can see a completed step 3, and just make sure that when you do this, your slots for the caster wheels are all on the same side. So you can see we got the 4 threaded holes right there for it at the bottom of the base. Now we're ready for step 4 to install the 4 caster wheels. Make sure they're in the lock position. All of mine came locked right out of the box, but make sure they're locked just to make installation a little bit easier. And you don't want to unlock them until after you finish installation. So you can see I already got 3 installed right here. And you can see they just twist gently right into place. So that's all you got to do for step 4 right here. So you can see we'll get that last one put on. So there we go. Nice and snug. Now it's all set and ready to go. Now we're on to step 5. You can see what we're going to have to do. We have 4 of the wider brackets. They're about twice as wide as this. We're going to attach them to the 2 really long vertical rods that we have. You can see one right here. And then you can see what it's going to look like when you complete step 5. So you'll do this 2 times. So 2 for this rod and 2 for the other rod. And that's going to complete step 5 for you. And then we'll be on to step 6, which is right here, where we're going to attach these rods now to the base that we just built in step 4. And you can see what that looks like right there. So we already have one attached on it. And it just slides in. And then for the point of reference, I just tried to make sure it's about halfway on each side. There was no line to mark it for you, so you could measure. I'm thinking it's going to be good enough, but we can always make some final adjustments if necessary right there. So now we're on to step 7 right here. And 670 millimeters is roughly 26 inches. And you can see for step 7 what we have to do. Basically, we're going to take our 2 remaining pieces and put those corner pieces on both sides, like you see right there. Then we're going to take that piece over to the cart, and you can see we have the first one installed right there. So check that out. And it's pretty level. I used the level that they have too. So I just measured 26 inches up right here, and that's where I installed the first one. And that's step 7. So this is where you should be after step 7 right here in the assembly process. Now we're on step 8. You can see we're going to use the wall plate adapters right there. So you're going to make them up just like you see right here. And then you're going to go ahead and feed them on to the mount. So you can see it slides right in, and there you go. And then you're going to install this on the other side as well. Now you can see we're on step 9. We're ready to attach the panel plate. If you need 2 people, that's fine. Go ahead, use 2 people at this step. I was able to do the first one by myself right here. You can see what we have going on there. And then I did use a 1/2-inch wrench to tighten the nuts down too. So you'll have to get creative there, I guess, with your setup and what you need. And then you'll have to make some measurements if you want to line everything up properly. For my setup, I'll be putting 2 32-inch monitors on the bottom, and that's going to be a great height for what I'll be using. And then I'll be putting 2 other monitors up top, so I have plenty of space for everything else. But I do want to point out at this step, I had to use a 1/2-inch wrench to tighten it down. The instructions didn't mention anything about that. And I'm not having that heavy of monitors on here. So for my setup, I'm kind of going rogue here. So I tightened one all the way down, and now it won't shift left or right. And then I just tighten these ones on so they won't fall off, just more for storage in the future, or if I need to tighten them down someday for really heavy TVs on here. Same with the other side, did the same thing. Just tightened one down, then just got these a little bit snug on there so they won't fall off or anything. And I want to point out at this step, I actually got shorted. I'm missing one more nut. So they gave me the washer, but not the nut for it. And then another nut that I had right here actually came, I don't think stripped is the right word, but it doesn't fit in the wrench. And it's just, it had some sort of manufacturing malfunction, I'm guessing. It just isn't really finished is the best way to describe it. And I actually can't use it. It can't fit in the 1/2-inch wrench at all. So never seen that before, but that came goofy from the manufacturer and they still shorted me one, which thankfully I don't think I'll need anyways, but that's what I'm dealing with my kit, a goofy nut, and I'm still missing one. So step 10 is to repeat the steps we did in 7, 8, 9 and add our second support bracket, and then we'll add our second TV panel bar as well. So we repeated step 7, 8, and 9 again. Now you can see just temporarily I have it on right here. I did the same thing. I just tightened down one on each side and then just got those tightened in the best that I could. And I just have it loose so I can adjust this and this depending on the results of the first 2 monitors that I install right there. So that's what we have left. We can play around with that. Then if we go to step 11, our next step, you can see basically get 2 panels installed and then adjust the Y-axis for the remaining 2 right here to make it all even and what you want. So now we're on to step 12. You can see we're going to use 2 of the brackets right here and we're going to attach it to the back of our first panel. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So here we go. We got 1 monitor installed right here. So I ended up using the washers from the screw packs they gave me, but since this is actually a 32-inch computer monitor, I had to use other screws that I already had for a different monitor mount to have the correct thread size, since these are a lot smaller on the back of this LG monitor. But you can see everything is installed right there. We have all of our different like micro adjustment knobs right here too, depending on what you want to adjust at the end, which is really nice. So let's go ahead, let's put this on. Now you can see we got 1 panel installed right here. I already went ahead and made some adjustments to this bottom support beam to get it out of the way, to get everything installed properly. We can look at it from the back side too again, so you guys can see what it looks like over here and what we have to work with from the back side. Again, these knobs are really easy to turn left and right to make final micro adjustments right here. And don't forget with the top, if you set this on the back bracket and it's not even, like mine wasn't even, so this one was touching first and these 3 weren't touching, there was a gap, then you can just adjust these accordingly to make those micro adjustments so everything is nice and flush and exactly how you want it positioned. Now you're ready to install 3 more panels doing the same thing. All right, so here we go. We got 4 monitors attached right now, 2 32-inch LG computer monitors, 2 22-inch Scepter monitors right there. This is made for 32 to 55-inch TVs, so I had to use the same monitor screws I already had because the ones that are provided are too thick in diameter, so the threads are too big. But if you have your monitor screws, you would still be able to use these basically universal TV brackets to install whatever you want on here. So there you go. Very, very happy with it overall. My only concern in the future, I think, is when I have to readjust this, you're kind of toast. If you loosen one of these too far, then the back bracket piece will fall down. You kind of got to start over and take out everything so you can re-thread them together again. So that makes me super nervous when I adjust these. So it's kind of a pain. I wish maybe these were a little bit longer so you wouldn't have to worry about that. That would be nice. But yeah, that would just be user error though. Nothing wrong with the design process or anything. Only thing I want to point out, one of the nuts that I received is defective. It still threads on, which is nice, but I was using a 1/2-inch wrench to attach all of these and it won't fit on this one. Almost like it's stripped, but that's not the right term because I know what a strip nut is, but it's just really goofy. Just had a rough life. Maybe it was this piece was used in the factory before it wound up in our kit. I'm not really sure. Just kind of has some damage to it. It's kind of goofy, but yeah, guys, overall, very, very happy with this. I would say expect a couple of hours for the whole setup process right here from start to finish, from getting it out of the box into getting everything exactly how you want it assembled, and then spending some time finessing the monitors to get them to the exact level that you want them as well. But this will be replacing my studio setup right here. You can see I got a 3 monitor mount, and a single monitor mount. Now we're going to phase this out and we're going to attach this instead. So very, very happy and impressed. So overall, a pretty good experience, I'd say. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.